Ever had that nagging feeling of something essential to be done, yet you find yourself scrolling through social media or binge-watching a Netflix series instead? That's procrastination, your sneaky saboteur. All too prevalent in our fast-paced, digitally driven world, procrastination is much more than just a simple case of laziness or poor time management. It's a complex issue, deeply intertwined with our mental and physical health, and it's a phenomenon that impacts a staggering number of us. We've all been there, haven't we? That report due tomorrow, the laundry piling up, the gym membership gathering dust, the tasks mount, and yet we push them off, choosing instant gratification over long-term gain. But did you know that chronic procrastination can have serious implications for our productivity and overall mental well-being? It's like an insidious thief, slowly chipping away at our self-esteem, our motivation, and our peace of mind. The guilt, the stress, the constant feeling of being overwhelmed, it all adds up, creating a vicious cycle that becomes harder and harder to break. Yet the story doesn't end there. The roots of procrastination often run much deeper, winding their way into our physical health. Yes, you heard that right. The very act of delaying tasks can be linked to a variety of pathophysiological factors, from sleep deprivation and poor nutrition to chronic stress and hormonal imbalances. It's a complex web of cause and effect, a delicate dance between the mind and the body that can push us into the arms of procrastination. And so, we find ourselves at the crossroads, caught between the desire to get things done and the allure of putting them off. It's a battle that rages within each of us, a silent struggle against the ticking clock. Now, wouldn't you want to know what lurks behind this seemingly harmless habit? Let's dive into the science behind procrastination. Procrastination isn't just about being lazy, it's a complex interplay of physical and mental factors. Let's dive into the fascinating world of our mind and body, where procrastination finds its roots. Picture this. You have a task at hand, but there's a nagging feeling of unease. That's stress. It's a natural response to challenging situations, but when it becomes chronic, it can lead to procrastination. The more stressed you are, the more likely you are to delay tasks, creating a vicious cycle of stress and procrastination. Now let's add another layer to this intricate puzzle: anxiety. Anxiety and procrastination often go hand in hand. When faced with a task, anxiety can make it seem much bigger and more challenging than it actually is. As a result, you might find yourself pushing it aside, only to feel more anxious as the deadline approaches. It's like a hamster running on a wheel, going round and round but never really getting anywhere. Now let's shift our focus from the mind to the body. There's a saying, a healthy mind in a healthy body. And it's true. Our physical health can have a significant impact on our tendency to procrastinate. Poor nutrition, lack of exercise, and inadequate sleep can all contribute to feelings of fatigue and low energy, making it harder to tackle tasks head-on. Finally, let's talk about dopamine, our body's reward chemical. When we complete a task, our brain releases dopamine, giving us a feeling of satisfaction. But here's the catch. Our brains also release dopamine when we're doing something we enjoy, like watching a funny video or eating a delicious snack. This can make it tempting to put off tasks in favor of immediate short-term rewards, a phenomenon known as instant gratification. So it's not just your willpower at play here. Your brain and body play a significant role too. Understanding this can help us navigate the path of procrastination, and with the right strategies, we can steer ourselves towards productivity and success. Let's delve deeper into the mind and its role in this procrastination predicament. Picture a maze. The walls are high, the passages are winding, and the solution seems just out of reach. This, my friends, is the mental landscape of procrastination, a labyrinthine world where fear of failure, perfectionism, and low self-esteem act as the architects of our personal procrastination puzzle. First, let's tackle the fear of failure. When we dread the possibility of failing, we might find ourselves putting off tasks, thinking that if we don't start, we can't fail. It's a defensive move, a safety net of sorts, but it's also a trap. By avoiding failure, we're also avoiding success. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey to success. Next, we have perfectionism. You might think that being a perfectionist would make you more productive, right? Oddly enough, the opposite is often true. Striving for perfection can lead to a fear of making mistakes, causing us to delay starting a task until we're sure we can do it perfectly. But here's the thing. Perfection is an illusion, a mirage in the desert of productivity. It's unattainable, and chasing it can make us run in circles, ending up right where we started, procrastinating. Lastly, let's discuss low self-esteem. When we doubt our abilities, we're more likely to procrastinate. It's a vicious cycle, really. The more we procrastinate, the more our self-esteem dips, and the lower our self-esteem, the more we procrastinate. It's like being stuck in a revolving door of self-doubt and delay. The impact of these mental factors on our propensity to procrastinate is significant. They are the walls of our mental maze, the obstacles we need to overcome to reach the exit and break free from the clutches of procrastination. Procrastination, as you see, is more than just a time management issue. It's a mental maze that needs navigation. And as we journey through this maze, it's vital to remember that every step taken, every wall overcome, brings us closer to finding our way out, closer to conquering procrastination. But it's not all in your head. Your body can be an accomplice to your mind in this procrastination game. Let's delve into how physical health can play a significant role in procrastination. Sleep deprivation, for instance, is a common culprit. When you're running on empty, your cognitive functions take a hit. Concentration dwindles, decision-making skills falter, and everything seems like a Herculean task. That report you've been meaning to finish? It suddenly feels like climbing Mount Everest. But here's where it gets interesting. Sleep deprivation doesn't just make tasks seem daunting, it also impairs your ability to judge time accurately. So you end up underestimating how long tasks will take, leading to further delay. It's a vicious cycle, really. Then there's your diet. You might wonder, what does food have to do with procrastination? Well, more than you might think. An unhealthy diet, especially one high in sugar, can lead to energy crashes. You know the feeling. One moment you're buzzing with energy, the next you're struggling to keep your eyes open. Not the most conducive state for productivity, is it? And let's not forget exercise, or the lack thereof. Regular physical activity boosts your energy levels and improves your mood, thanks to the release of endorphins, often known as feel-good hormones. When you're feeling good, you're more likely to tackle tasks head-on, rather than put them off. So, what's the takeaway here? Procrastination isn't just a mental battle, it's physical too. It's not about running marathons or going vegan overnight, but about making small, consistent changes. Go to bed half an hour earlier. Swap that candy bar for a piece of fruit. Take a short walk during your lunch break. Remember, your body and mind aren't separate entities. They're interconnected, influencing and being influenced by each other. Your body and mind, they're a team, and it's essential to keep both in check to tackle procrastination. Now that we've unraveled the mystery behind procrastination, it's time to talk solutions. The key to successfully combating procrastination is understanding that it's not just about forcing yourself to work. It's about addressing the root causes, and not just the symptoms. Let's start with setting realistic goals. Often we procrastinate because the task at hand seems too daunting. By breaking it down into smaller, manageable tasks, the entire project becomes less intimidating. Each small victory can drive your motivation, pushing you to move on to the next task. But what about those times when even the smallest task feels overwhelming? This is when we need to look at our lifestyle. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient sleep are not just good for your physical health, but they also play a significant role in your mental well-being. They can boost your mood, energy levels, and overall motivation, making it easier to start and complete tasks. Sometimes, however, even the best-laid plans can go awry, and procrastination persists. This calls for professional help. Therapists and counselors can provide you with tools and strategies to deal with procrastination. Cognitive behavioral therapy, for instance, can help you identify and change negative thought patterns that lead to procrastination. Most importantly, remember to be patient with yourself. Changing a habit takes time. It's okay to have bad days. What matters is that you don't let them discourage you. Instead, use them as learning opportunities. Understand what triggered your procrastination, and think about how you can avoid or deal with that trigger in the future. In conclusion, overcoming procrastination is about understanding why you procrastinate, setting realistic goals, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and seeking professional help if necessary. It's about being kind to yourself and remembering that progress is not always linear. Remember, procrastination is not a character flaw, but a habit. And like all habits, it can be changed with understanding, effort, and time.